where we coming live to your streets, your clubs, your traps, and even in the trunks of your Cadillacs. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, let it roll. I'm True.
I'm Life.
We coming unapologetic, so let's get at it.
Hey, let's get at it. Welcome back. We're on a new series, DONT-MESS-wit-TXTV. This series is called
The Labels Are Few.
The Labels Are Few. So, hey, let's see what's on the table today. How you doing, Truth?
How y'all doing? Let's get at it.
Let's get at it.
The last show we did was December 31st, I believe, yeah. And the Lord, He want us to do this show, this series called The Labels Are Few. It's been about a good month.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I'm excited.
Yeah. New words.
Yes.
Lord.
The Lord wanted me to speak what was on His mind concerning today, and I had wrote everything.
Yeah, my prophet.
I have wrote everything down. Hear this, people. The Lord said, get out of your religion and learn to hear me. Learn from me and let me teach you. You are not saved by doing works. You are saved. You are not righteous in my eyes by the offices you hold in the church. I am not in the church. He said, people do not know me because they do not walk in my knowledge. They never endure in the purging, but they always looking for me to deliver them. He said, this generation today is wicked. They are always They are always in their emotions. He said he is not a program in the church. He said churches is nothing more but man ideas of me. They think they are hearing me, but they are only hearing their own ideas of me, which is a spirit of deception. They are a bunch of hypocrites which only serve me with their mouths. It's all about obeying my voice and not in how many scriptures you read. Thinking they know me and so far from what they think they know. Following a false reality.
My God.
Which is a strong delusion.
That's right. And my God, His words are so powerful. You know, people, we got to realize, are we speaking or is the Lord speaking?
Come on now.
You know, everybody always saying, thus said the Lord, but how do you know that person is really hearing from God or it's just their idea?
Come on now.
It's too dangerous out here to be playing people idea. No, we have to learn His voice, and how to learn His voice is through the affliction, through the patience, and through the understanding.
That's right. You know, people think serving God is reaching out, helping people that are in need. You know, and this is how Satan got people deceived. They pick and choose what they think is right in their own eye, but they have been blind and misguided.
Yeah, because they go on feelings. I feel led, I feel.
That's right. And they only been walking in the idea of something they thought they knew, but they were so far from what they thought they knew.
That is so true. You know, because trust me, I've been in a position, you know, you thinking that you really know God and you're really serving Him. But how I came to a conclusion that what it was me and what was God. Because what is God don't line up what's with me.
That's powerful.
You know what I'm saying? So you know that's the Lord telling you certain things, and you know that's the enemy fighting you on the thing because it's your will that wants to do that, but the Lord is telling you no. So he's not going to line up with your will. He's not going to line up with your idea of Him. He's the totally opposite.
That's right. You know, a belief is only playing make-believe. without the knowledge of the Father to know him, to be a witness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people, I want to ask you something. Did you come to God based by man idea? Or did you come to God based on experience?
That's the key right there. That's the key, because you are known in the experience of God. That's how you know him.
Now, who is more who is more qualified than Paul?
Mm-hmm.
He came to God based on experience.
Experience, that's right. He sure
what
did.
He experienced, God had to blind him.
That's right. That's right.
Because he thought he knew.
He thought he knew.
When he didn't know.
That's right. When he didn't know. You sure right about that. And that's what we have today, even with the pastors or even your so-called Christians. They think because they've been in there, they know God, but they are far from him.
That's right.
Far from him. And that's dangerous just to have an idea. You have to have a knowing, not an idea, a knowing. And how you have that knowing is through experience.
Many people have came to God based on their emotions for repentance.
Yeah.
And not based on what they have seen and witnessed for themselves.
My God. That's right.
My God.
That's right.
Come on now.
That's right. Because how you know God, like you said, in the experience. How did you come to God through an idea or through an experience? It can be a trial, a situation, or whatever. But God will make himself known in that experience.
That's right.
And it's up to you to continue to endure in that experience to know him fully.
But see, people don't understand, this word enduring, this word persevering, they bypass that because man gets in the way with his own ideas. It's like this here. You have different versions of people versions of Christ. You have John version, you have Matthew version, you have Luke version, and they tell it the way they have witnessed and seen it for themselves.
That's right.
But see, the Bible, as we had talked about this in the last show, what Satan has done, he has added and taken away so people can form their own conclusions.
That's right.
Which is their own interpretations of their ideas.
That's right.
And whoa-ba-ba. And we have nothing but a bunch of ideas today.
That's true.
When I look on YouTube, people, ideas, and opinions about what's written. This is so stupid. Can I be a Christian and still smoke weed? Or can I be gay and still serve God? All these ideas and opinions that we are surrounded by in the world. But people, there is only one truth.
That's right. That's right.
One truth. Your opinions and your ideas will send you straight to hell.
That's right. That's right. And you cannot bash somebody, when you just say about gay or smoking or whatever. You cannot bash nobody where they at, because God is going to meet them where they're at.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're not here to bash. If you love a man or a woman, whatever, let God correct that in you.
That's right.
Don't have man to condemn you or where you at, because only God can change that and show you who you are. Man can't show you who you are.
That's right. And we talked about this on a previous show. I can't really remember, but we was all shaped
we
in our
own mess. Exactly.
In our own way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just fair.
We're not going to condemn anybody of their lifestyle where they're at, because Christ didn't condemn.
That's right.
He came to correct. He came to show compassion.
That's right.
And to show you what state you in. And it's just up to you.
That's right. But see, the thing of it is, it's like Satan only wants to pervert God's creation.
That's right.
What he has created. He wants to pervert it. He wants to seduce it.
That's right.
With this woke agenda. Man, do thy will.
Yeah.
You know, people living according to, man, live your life.
Yeah.
You only have one life to live. And people going on their own ideas. Live it the way you want to live.
That's right.
You know, hell with what people say.
Yeah.
And people,
that's dangerous.
that is dangerous.
That is dangerous to have that mindset. You can be in that situation.
That's right.
But you have that mindset, well, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and then you are reprobate. Then God can't even much help you in
But see,
that.
it comes being conditioned to what's on TV.
That's right. That's right.
And what people don't understand is the beast system. Social media and reality TV is nothing more but the beast system.
Yeah, to shape you in your own and the idea they want you to be shaped.
That's right.
in.
That's right. That's right.
You know, it just hit me. You know how they talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And when Abraham say, if you can find one, if you can find five, if you can find, you know, he wasn't talking about their lifestyle. He was talking about the knowledge. You know, he knew how they lived in that era. But he say, if I can find one person that can understand the knowledge and understand
that's walking in my knowledge.
That's right.
Like
That's
Abraham.
walking.
That's right.
That I will save that city. But it wasn't no one had the knowledge.
That's right. That's right. But Abraham.
That's
man, that is powerful what you said. You know, if I would save the city if I could just find one.
Yeah, and so they beat that down with people with homosexuality, like God destroyed it because of homosexuality. No, he didn't. He destroyed it because they wasn't walking in his knowledge.
The knowledge, that's right.
And they couldn't understand his knowledge and his way.
You know, walking in his knowledge. You know, when God destroyed the ancient world, it was Noah.
That's right.
You know, that only Noah had the knowledge of the Lord.
That's right.
Him and his household were the only ones that was delivered.
That's right.
You mean to tell me out of the whole world, the ancient world,
that's right.
8 people concerning his household was saved?
Yeah.
There is nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
What has been done before is being done now.
That's right.
In modern day time.
That's right. That's right. And how do you know the knowledge of Christ? You walk in obedience. You walk in that instruction that the Lord is telling you to walk, for you can come, for that knowledge can be birthed in you.
That's right.
Because I mean, without the knowledge, you just a dead. You just a dead. What's the scripture? you just banging in the air, basically. You don't have no sounding brass. You don't have no. You know, no depth.
You like sounding brass.
Yeah.
You right. You right.
So it's about the knowledge, people. It really is about hearing Him and knowing God's way, and that's His knowledge.
You know, when you have the knowledge of the Lord, you don't have to be strong in your own strength, which will fail you every time.
Every time.
You know, people like, you know, it's a controversial topic, homosexual, lesbianism, you know, but man, this is the truth. You know, if people... Look, my thing of it is, if you ashamed of it, why you doing it? It ain't right.
It ain't right. If you ashamed,
God,
that's right.
He has put that in you. But Satan comes to seduce that,
for you can be comfortable
because of your struggles.
That's right.
You know, people, they be like, man, you know, I try to break free from this and this and that, but I just can't, because people, you're doing it in your own strength.
That's right. You can't. It takes the power of the Lord.
Come on
to break those things off of you. Long as He see that you have a willing heart that wants to change, because He knows the intent of the heart. You know, He knows that if you want it or not,
that's right.
He'll meet you there.
And you know, people, the Lord told me this. He said California is the do-by-will state.
That's right.
It is a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
My God.
A modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. And you have this group of people who say, oh, I'm just going to do my best. God knows my heart. Well, people, I'm going to tell you something. Your best ain't going to get you through them gates. You've been deceived by interpreting what you think God mean and what's written, and so far from the understanding.
That's right. That's right. Because what's written only can give you it only can give you an idea, because the people that rewritten the Bible, they wasn't inspired by God. These was people that was political, to get the control of the people. God did not give them the authority to change his word. That's why it's
like King James.
Yeah.
He before he wrote the King James Bible, he wrote about Satan.
Yeah, he was
demonology.
That's right.
And you gonna trust that people?
You better not say nothing about the Holy Bible or anything. So how do you know what is true and what is not? And the only way that you can know these things is by hearing God's voice, and He'll tell you what is true or not.
That's right. I want to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3. 1 Corinthians chapter 3. 1 Corinthians chapter 3. I'm starting at the 10th verse. And I'm going to read it. The Lord told me. He just told me to just start reading what the pureness of what was written before all this adding and taken away.
What he revealed to you.
Come on now. I'm in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 10. Paul says, I have labored and have sown, but it's God that gives the increase. Now he that labored and he that soweth abide in the knowledge of the Father. And every man shall be rewarded according to his own labor. For we are laborers together in God's vineyard. I have labored in the knowledge of Christ, another labor thereupon. But let everyone take heed how he labors in the knowledge of Christ. For there is no other way to labor but in the knowledge of Christ. Now, if any man labor after gold, silver, precious things of this world, it will be burned like wood, hay, and stubble. Every man's labor will be tried by fire. The purging, the correction. Come on.
That's right.
Come on now. And the fire shall try every man's labor of what sort. Of what sort it is.
The intent.
Come on now.
That's the intent.
The sort. The wheat and the tares.
That's
are
right.
you wheat?
Or you a tare?
Which is fruitful unto God? Or are you a tare? Come on now. Which is not fruitful unto God. If any man labor, endure, he shall be rewarded by the Father. If any man's labor be burned, he will suffer loss. What is that suffering loss? Lose worldly possessions.
You can see California.
Come on now. But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. What is that fire? What is that fire Paul talking about? It's the purging. The purging. God, it's necessary to be purged, people, because we were shaped and formed in our own way of thinking, our own ideas.
That's right.
God has to purge that mess out of us. Now he says, be steadfast in the knowledge of the Lord, that the knowledge of the Father increase in you. If any man reject the knowledge of the Father, him God will destroy. Let no man deceive himself. Let no man deceive himself. Your ideas, your your ideas and your opinions got you deceived. My God. If any man reject the knowledge of the Father, he is a fool without wisdom.
That's right.
God say, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness unto God. For it is written, he reject the wise in their own ideas. Their own ideas. And this is what's being exposed. The foundation.
That's right.
Of man's ministry. Ooh, shit. The foundation of man's ministry.
That's right.
God is exposing it.
Yes,
and showing you what sort it is.
My God.
What sort it is.
That's right.
Is it wheat or is it tares? Come on now.
My God.
God say this is a year of exposure and death. Switching the guards.
Yes, he is.
Switching the guards.
And you know, and like you said about the exposure, he sure is showing what sort of what people, you know, especially the ones that's, you know, I'm not saying no names, but the ones that's out there big known, he's showing who they are. Man. And still people out there not grabbing hold that God is showing you this man is not of me, but you still flocking to this man.
Come on now.
And being deceived.
That's right. That's right. You know, when God sends his prophets out, what he comes to do, he comes to tear down.
That's right.
Destroy and rebuild.
And that's exposing.
Come on now. People, follow me to Philippians chapter 3. It corresponds with what I just read in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 10. Philippians. I'm reading at Philippians chapter 3 verse 7. Paul says, "But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for the knowledge of Christ." The things gained, okay.
The worldly things.
Whatever. The worldly things, you know.
I got my house, I got my car,
that's right.
I got my career, I got everything.
That's right. I'm at the 8th verse, people, and he said, "And I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge that was in Christ, Jesus my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things."
That's right.
That purging. And do count them but dung, that I may know the knowledge of Christ.
That's right.
And be found in him, not having my own righteousness. What is that righteousness, people? My own idea.
That's right.
My own opinion.
That's right.
Come on now.
That's right.
He says, which is of the law, the man's commandments.
Yeah, the do's and don'ts.
The do's and don'ts. But that which is through the knowledge of Christ, that I may know him. Come on now.
Know him,
not believe him. Know him.
Know him. That's right. That's right.
Know him.
That's right. What go ahead, you finish reading up.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
And know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his suffering, being made conformed into his knowledge. Not death, people.
Into his knowledge.
Into his knowledge.
That's right.
Walking in the knowledge.
That's right. That's right. Because, you know, when Paul said that he counted as lost, and what Paul is saying is that some of these things I might have to lose. I might have to lose my job. I might have to lose my way of life that I'm used to.
That's right.
I might have to lose some family members. I might have to lose. I'm going to lose for the knowledge of Christ.
That's right. And count it all but
and count it all joy, even though it hurt.
Just like the Lord had us lose everything.
Yeah.
Lose everything.
Yeah.
When he had us homeless.
Yeah.
For what? A year and a half?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a shame.
In the wilderness?
Yeah. Yeah.
We look, people, when God told us to, and we obeyed him, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
And the Lord, before all this took place, he said, you're going to see what the ancients have seen. You know, and I'm thinking I'm already seeing it because God is using me, you know, to deliver people out of their afflictions, their cancer, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But walking on that straight and narrow, people, my God.
Yeah, it can be a shameful event, but
we lost the truck that God promised. Everything just lost.
Yeah, it was a lot, even with family. It was a lot of separation, a lot of
our comfort,
a lot of accusations, a lot of lies. It was a hot mess, but God will see, he'll make that crooked place straight because it was his instruction. See, a lot of people don't understand when God instructs you to do things, he comes to mess some things up.
That's right.
While you worried about, Lord, I got this over here I need to do. We had children at the time. We got this we need to do. But God said, no, I need you to do this. I need you to do this. I'll take care of them. You don't worry about what people gonna say or what people gonna think.
That's right.
And I want to say this about time with the Lord. His time is not our time. So it can look so dead for a long time because we're not in his time.
That's right.
Satan uses time.
That's right, to rule man. That's right.
To get you anxious, to get you to fold.
That's right.
To get you not to believe what God's gonna do because it's taking a lot of time,
But see, God says we don't live by sight.
We don't live.
What is sight, people? Time. Oh, bye.
That's right.
It irks me when people say I've been through so much in life. No, people, that is a generic statement.
Yeah, everybody been through something.
Because you ain't been through nothing until you labor for the Lord.
That's right.
Walking in his knowledge. Did not Job say, a man born of a woman is a few days in a lot of trouble?
Yep.
And why is this, people? It's because of what Adam and Eve did in the Garden of Eden.
That's right. They forfeited.
And I want to go back. I've been through so much. No, people, you've been through so much because of making bad decisions.
That's right.
Stupid decisions.
That's why you've been through so much.
And we was all dealt with certain cards in life, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, we all been there.
But this has nothing, to do with God.
That's right.
This has everything to do being separated from God. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we've been shaped in our own ways, our own ideas that they call righteousness. Mm-hmm. We call righteousness. Mm-hmm. What Paul say? That I be found in him, not having my own righteousness.
That's right.
My own idea. And our own righteousness, our own ideas, our own opinions, which we call good and bad. So, people, when God say your ways are so far from our ways.
That's right.
And my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Mm-hmm. My ways are higher than your ways. So, people, I'm gonna share this. So, your own ideas of what you call good and bad. So, what you call bad, God calls good.
That's right.
But what you call good, God calls bad.
That's right.
The Father's ways is so far from our ways. Come on now. Mm-hmm. And his thoughts are so far from our thoughts. If you don't know what's required, you've already been fired. From the labor. Come on now.
That's right.
The labor.
That's right.
What is God requiring? He's requiring fruit. Mm-hmm. Fruit. Mm-hmm. When he created Adam and Eve, he says, be fruitful and multiply.
That's right.
But man ideas gets
children.
It's children.
It's children.
No, people, it's coming into the knowledge, walking in this knowledge. Mm-hmm. To multiply promises.
That's right. That's right.
God has to purge you so you can grow into his promises.
That's right. And what he purges your outer life.
Come on now.
He purges the things that's surrounding you. So when that heartbreak come around, God purging it out because maybe that's not for you. When that job don't come through, maybe that's not for you. When a family member deceive you or betray you, maybe that's not for you. Maybe it's a time of separation, a time of where God can work and God can do what he wants to do.
That's
you know,
right.
but we try to hold on to our outward life so we don't look ashamed. But sometimes you have to look ashamed to be humble, to be
That's
taught.
right. That's right. That's right. My God.
Yeah, and he wants people that is okay by looking ashamed for him.
That's
because
right.
he's gonna get the glory in the end.
That's right.
But he just needs you to stand in the gap of his vineyard.
That's right. That's right.
Stand in that breach place where other pastors have not stood.
Come on now. That's
You know.
right. And you know, religious people, pastors, whatever they want to call themselves, they are only beating the air with their own ideas, messages, with prayers, and don't know the origin of people's problems.
Yeah.
Don't know the origin of people's problems. And it has been so accepted.
Yeah.
It has been so common. You know, Christ said, I come to set the captives free. How do he set you free, people?
Giving you knowledge, giving you understanding.
And you know, people, they it's so common. People say, I have my own demons. I'm fighting my own personal demons. And they look for things outside of God, like like the retreats and stuff,
the new age.
and this new age stuff. People, no man's program is going to set you free. No man's program is going to set you free.
That's right. You have to labor in the Lord.
How is that to be set free? What did Christ mean? You should know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Knowing God's ways, which is uncomfortable to the mind.
That's right.
Come on.
That's right. Because the mind, that's what the devil operates.
That's right.
You know, he can plant that one seed in that mind, and then that's it.
That's how Israel forfeited in the wilderness. And that's why they kept going around the same old wilderness for 40 years. 40 years.
Yeah, because they couldn't get it out their mind how the other people was living, and
That's
why God is having them go through this affliction and do it this way and that way. Where, you know, for instance, you know, I think we was riding one day and you was like, you know, I remember the Lord told me to go this way. And I'm like, well, why are you going this way around over here? And you just go straight and get to the place quicker. But God said, no, I need you to go this way. You don't know what he was saving you from turning left instead of right. You know, so that's the way his life, you know, that's how he pattern us, you know, even though it looks easier to go this way because it's straight ahead, it's a shortcut, but he'll take you long way around for your own safety and your own to know the difference.
I want to share this, and we're going to end the show. When we was living in our house, I was sitting on the couch, and the Lord showed me a vision. I was sitting in front of the front door, and the Lord showed me a vision. Walking where he walked right past me. This figure walked right past me, and it did not go through the door, but it went into the room because we had a restroom next to the front door, and through a window that and I see the window raise up, and he's going through the window,
climbing up another way.
Instead of the broad door. I was like, my God.
Yeah, so why? Yeah, and that's how God works. You know, yeah, you can go through that door because you're able to fit now, but he's like, no, I need you to go
through this window this way, which is narrow.
That's right.
Which is uncomfortable.
That's
which
right.
you can barely squeeze through, persevere through.
That's right. God. That's right. And that's the laboring people. That's why he say they are few. Because why they are few? Because nobody wants to endure.
That's right.
The hardship of following the Lord.
That's
right.
Arabaye, Arabo, Yese, Mama, Lesi, Oro, Mare, Kareto, Aresi,
that you know me,
Posati, Kapa,
and not of your ideas of me.
Pore, Erebi,
learn of my way,
Pache,
and I will teach you my way.
Porosi,
you have been in a strong delusion.
Bra.
thinking you know me.
Porosi.
You do not know me.
Paye.
Get to know me,
Posi.
and I will show myself unto you.
Ora. My
Yes,
God.
Lord.
Well, people, oh, shikapa. Well, people, we hope you enjoyed this show. We will be continuing. The labors are few until God says otherwise.
That's right.
Because what you believe in,
It has to be challenged.
with a witness of demonstration.
All right, y'all.